Hello and welcome. I'm David Lozada and this is your 6 p.m. wrap. Davao Mayor Rudy Duterte says the presidency is a gamble for his freedom. His statement comes after he spoke as the guest of honor at the birthday celebration of vice presidential candidate Alan Cayetano. Cayetano is wooing Duterte to be his presidential candidate.
I'm really at a loss of what to say. But let me just say this to you. What makes me relevant to all of you and to the people outside? Anong karubuan ko sa buhay ninyo? Alam mo ang nawala sa tao sa Pilipinas? The fear to commit a wrong.
Duterte earlier said he's 10% sure of not running, but he leaves the 90% to God. Administration Standard Bearer Mar Rojas says the solution to transportation woes is simple: decongest Metro Manila and terminate various bus franchises. Rojas speaks at the presidential series of entrepreneurship group Go Negosyo. The former transportation secretary earlier said, in his words, there is no modern metropolis in the world that has buses owned by multiple private entities. This comes as the metro is plagued by woes over the MRT3 and a recent airport security scandal. The Supreme Court postpones its verdict on the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement between the Philippines and the United States. Sources say the justices agreed to hold, in their words, initial deliberations Monday. Senator Miriam Santiago slams the treaty, saying EDCA is unconstitutional.
I've already said that the language is very clear. There is no doubt. You cannot fudge this. Ibig mo sabihin, nakalagay sa ating Constitution, walang magagawa sa pamamagitan ng isang kasunduan ang sino mang opisyal sa Pilipinas na hindi muna pumayag ang Senado. Pagkatapos ngayon ay dire-diretso na lang silang pipirma nitong tinatawag nilang executive agreements na wala man lang partisipasyon ang ating Senado.
EDCA was signed in April 2014, allowing the U.S. military to build its own facilities in Philippine military bases. Philippine and Chinese officials hold their first meeting in 2 years. The meeting between Philippine Foreign Secretary Albert Del Rosario and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi comes as the two countries remain in a dispute over the West Philippine Sea or South China Sea. Chinese officials say they will exchange views on improving the relationship between China and the Philippines. This includes preparing for Chinese President Xi Jinping's Manila visit for the APEC Economic Leaders Summit. A member of Myanmar's ruling party says they lost completely to opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi's party. The early poll results point to a big win for Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy. 49 of the first 54 lower house seats are announced so far. The NLD needs 67% of contested seats to gain the majority, but the official results are still underway. That's your 6 p.m. wrap. Watch our updates daily at 12 noon and 6 p.m. I'm David Lozada. Remember, tomorrow begins today.